They took a photo after Sunday service. Nothing special. Just the youth choir, the pastor, and a few kids in the front row. But when the picture was developed, there was a little boy there. A little boy that nobody remembered seeing that day. He wore old shoes, a wool sweater, and had a limp. He was smiling right in the middle. But here's the thing, he wasn't in the church that day. Nobody recalled seeing him, not even the kids who were beside him. He also didn't show up in the second photo that they took. They showed the photo again the next Sunday, and y'all, the photo was completely blank where he stood. He was no longer there in the picture, just white light where he was. The church later discovered that a child drowned in the baptism pool in that same building in the year 1961. Same age, same clothes, same limp. They buried him over 30 years ago, but somehow he still showed up. The fire took everything, the altars, the pews, even the stained glass. Nothing left from Mount Zion Baptist Church except for ash and memory. So when their old Sunday sermon aired live 3 days later on the radio, people thought maybe it was a tribute to the church. That's until they realized that nobody scheduled it and the voice preaching on the radio had been unalive for 7 years. On April 12, 1972, New Zion Baptist Church in Selma, Alabama burned to the ground. The fire department said it was faulty wiring. No one was inside, no lives lost, just the church. 3 days later, a local AM station aired what they thought was a replay of the sermon. It aired at 9:03 a.m., which would have been the same exact time that Mount Zion Baptist Church service starts. It was clear, it was emotional, and it was powerful. But here's the catch, y'all. The station had no record of uploading the file. The DJ, he wasn't even in the booth at the time. He was late for work. There was no reel, no tapes, no cartridges in the machine. The sermon had played through dead air. And the voice speaking, giving the sermon, was undeniably Reverend Elijah Mays. However, Reverend Mays passed away in 1965. Listeners flooded the station's phone line saying they hadn't heard a sermon like that since they were kids. People even quoted what he said. Ashes don't end us, they begin us, which was a phrase that Mays always was known to say during funerals. When the station reviewed the logs, the airtime was marked as blank. No audio, no recording, and no source, but thousands heard it. And to this day, the time slot on Sundays is left unfilled in case he wants to speak again. They say you can't burn down the church's spirit, but sometimes that spirit wants to get to the pulpit. If you ever hear a sermon that wasn't scheduled, don't change the station. They say the live was posted after she passed, but there she was, smiling, laughing, and whispering something under her breath that no one could hear. That is, until the live was slowed down and the audio was heard. In 2020, a 19-year-old makeup artist known as Slayed by Ari passed away in a car accident just outside of Atlanta. She was loved, well known, and constantly on live, doing makeup, venting, and vibing with her followers. 3 days after she passed away, a new video popped up, a new live post. It was timestamped at 9:02 p.m., which would have been 2 hours after the fatal car crash. It showed her sitting in her bedroom, same hair from earlier that day. She didn't say much either. She just smiled and nodded. But then she looked into the camera and she whispered, "I'm already gone. Y'all just ain't caught up yet." Most people thought it was an old clip, an old video that she posted right before the crash. But the live, it had no comments, no hearts, no likes, no shares, no nothing. Her phone had been recovered, destroyed. So there was absolutely no way. Her followers downloaded the video and replayed it slowed down. They heard it again in the background. Don't wake me up, don't wake me up, don't wake me up. Instagram deleted the video the next morning, said that it violated policy. But screen recording still exists, and the sound, it wasn't like anything she had ever posted before. Remember, you can go live, you can go viral, but some spirits, they just go. And sometimes they leave a post behind.